brought me to the conversation of LA is that I think she has outgrown LA, you know. And that's something before I left, I didn't want to leave because I'm the kind of person, I'll stick out through relationships, friendships, and everything until it's the very end, which is not very good, but I love. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Life Tarot. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I am really excited to be doing this. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you're a member, I do automatically make the video unless it goes against my guidelines. So check out the membership tab. I also have many other great benefits and perks to being a member. Okay, so let's get right into this reading. I'm excited to be doing this. Thank you for watching. As you all know, I'm a huge reality TV fan. I love Bravo mostly. I love like Vanderpump Rules, that kind of stuff. So I have been lacking in doing my Vanderpump Rules videos. I started doing them around a year and a half ago. Just out of everything that happened. I did do my Rachel Levis video. I don't know, I can't remember if I did Aaron Maddox video, but I did see lawsuits. A lot of what I predicted has come to fruition. Specifically, if you watched my videos, the end of last season, I said all of them except for Katie, and by them I mean the rest of her cast, her friends from Vanderpump Rules, are going to turn on Ariana. And unfortunately, I was correct. So I did, I love to comment on Instagram on like reality TV posts. And I didn't even write anything bad. It was like in Pump Rules or something like that. I wrote, because people were going after Sheena because she was standing next to a fan taking a picture. And I wrote in the thing, somebody went after Sheena. They said something, and somebody was like, somebody asked, why is everybody so mad at Sheena? And I said, because she said she wouldn't film with Sandoval. Who, if you don't know who these people are, get caught up. I'm not going to explain, otherwise the video is going to be very long. But get caught up with Sandoval and all that kind of stuff. So she replied back to me. I wrote that, she replied back to me. And she was basically very passive aggressive. I can't remember word for word, but if you want me to post it up, I will. Just let me know. And she did write something along the lines of, I said I wouldn't initiate a conversation, but that which is now looking back and watching the season, when I'm recording this, it's the day after watching the finale. Looking back, I'm like, wow, that was very shady, because I'll get to my theory in just a moment. But she said to me, she wrote back, I wouldn't initiate a conversation, and we're bringing you the show that you love to watch. So automatically my intuition and my critical thinking goes to, hey, this is all for a show. That's all she cares about. She just cares about a show, which is very sad. And this is even before I had made my prediction before she wrote this comment to me. So I have already had a feeling and an inkling that Sheena would turn on Ariana. I did also predict that I saw her in New York. This is when before she announced her Chicago. I saw New York being very prominent. And I still think, even though she's bought a house, I still see her moving back to the East Coast. I believe she's from Florida, where I live right now. But I see her, and this is why I couldn't live in LA for a long time. I lived there for 4 years, and it's just a very convenient type of place. Like, people are only really friends out of convenience. And I met this film producer the other day, very nice guy, very, very nice guy. And we're both talking about when we used to live in LA. And I was like, I hated it. The beginning I liked it because I love nature, I love going on hikes. I really only stayed because I was in a relationship that kept me there, but after we were done, I left. But something about LA, he said it so perfectly. I've never heard anybody describe it like this, because he used to live there too. And he said, he told me the story about this other film producer he met and so forth and so forth, and that the producer said to another girl that was auditioning, I might need you later, and that's why people in LA, they tend to do things for people just because they need that. And I'm not saying all, because I did meet a lot of wonderful people. I have many off the top of my list, but there is people are expendable in LA, very much so. Friendships in order to be famous, people will do anything, and you see it very evidently. So that meeting my film producer just like affirmed that. And an example of that is Sheena. She's a prime example of pushing forward this idea of who she is, making a show happen and so forth. And it's very, very sad. So I wanted to do a prediction, pick up energies, prediction for moving forward, what I see happening with Vanderpump Rules. I think it is very dear to me because when I see, in fact, on the Valley, I saw my old job. I don't want to say which job it was because I don't want to... Oh gosh, maybe I said too much. But I saw a place that I used to work at on the Valley. It was kind of nostalgic. And that's the thing when I see these places in LA. When I see places in New York, because I'm from New York, I lived a long time there. I probably see myself moving back there because I miss New York, except for the weather sucks. But when I see places in New York, I'm like, oh gosh, I remember like going there, and I have such a fond memory, and I go back when I visit, I go back. But in LA, I'm like, I'm glad I left. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Three of Pentacles. So Ariana's going to look at her friendships, and she's done with the fake. And that's what I said. That's what brought me to the conversation of LA, is that I think she has outgrown LA, and that's something before I left, I didn't want to leave because I'm the kind of person, I'll stick out through relationships, friendships, and everything until it's the very end, which is not very good, but I love to give people the benefit of the doubt. And she's the same way. But the problem with that is that we end up staying in relationships. Now I catch myself and I analyze, especially a year after a relationship has started. I'm like, where do I see this moving forward? If not, and I still love the person, I have to let her go. But with her, she's a ride or die. I can relate a lot. And being a ride or die type of person, being loyal, she's very loyal, kind of makes people take her for granted. So with King of Wands and the Chariot, I see him, the new guy, I think his rising might be in a fire sign or moon, but he's got some fire in his chart. I know he's a Taurus, but I see him, the guy in New York. And I'm going to tell you about New York guys. I don't want to judge everybody and generalize. The worst relationships I had were with New York men, let me tell you. Like, soul crippling. They'll act like they're wolf in sheep's clothing, a lot of them. And I don't get a good vibe about him. I really don't. I've said this for a long time. I think he presents well, but there's something going on. So with Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, I see her cutting a lot of ties. As she moves forward. Unfortunately, I don't see this relationship with him moving forward, but I do see somebody in New York. It's not him that will be potentially the man or masculine energy, because there might be a woman. That's not to judge, but I see a masculine energy of her falling in love with in New York. But I'm telling you, this guy that is not, I don't get good vibes. So she's going to move. I see her moving to New York. I do strongly see that. Whether she wants to admit, like I said, I see a lot of my similar personality characteristics. But at the very end of before I left LA, I had to force myself to leave. But something that I didn't want to admit is that I didn't have real friends there in LA. And in New York, I had many friends, many great friends. I still am very close with a lot of people that I met in New York, in Miami, just living here, being new. It's been 2.5 years. I've met way more solid friends than I have here than I ever did in LA. And she's going to have to come to the similar conclusion. She's too real, too genuine, and too loyal to have sustainable friendships in LA. So Knight of Swords, Divine Wisdom, and the Strength card. I see her deciding, okay, this is it. I'm really going to, the Hangman and Moonchild, move forward with my life. She's going to move King of Cups for the guy. He's going to be the prompt. So let's see what happens with Vanderpump Rules as a whole. I do see her leaving, and I predicted this before. All of this, I said I predicted them. Go back and watch my videos. I will have a card up in the video. But I predicted this before. I said they are going to set her up. I strongly believe that there's a pact between Lala, Sheena, Brock, and Sandoval, that they want the show to continue, because they have nothing without the show. She has a lot going on without the show. So I do see her leaving the show. I said this a long time ago. Let's see what happens. Sometimes I love this tarot deck, but sometimes the cards are so big. I have small hands. It's like the shuffling is a mission. Okay. So they're going to start off a new type of show. They're going to do a reboot type, like they did with New York, with the 4, 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands. They're not going to bring back everybody. They're going to bring back 3 people that were from the old Vanderpump Rules. They're going to have a different name for it too. It's not necessarily going to be Vanderpump Rules. It's going to be like Vanderpump Rules 2.0, something like that. And new friendships, 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands. They're going to bring back James and Ali. Unfortunately, I see Lala and Sheena going to the Valley, which I'm so sad about, because I love the Valley, that show, and I don't want them to ruin it. But Sandoval, James, and Ali, and Schwartz, I suppose it's 4. But 3 main people, who are James, Sandoval, and what did I just say? Oh gosh, those 3 guys. James, excuse me, because it is guys. James, Sandoval, and Schwartz are coming back for the new one. The rest are not. Katie's gonna have her own show, like Single Girl, something like that. She's gonna get into accessories like jewelry design. I don't know if she already does that, but a lot of the women are leaving. They're going to stick with the men. 2 of Cups and 3 of Wands. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Please make sure if you like the video to like it, so that I know I do more videos like this. Take care.